Dear students, welcome to the discussion on interference in thin films. So what is thin film? A thin film is a layer of material ranging from fractions of nanometer to few micrometers. Example of this thin film we are observing in our daily life is soap bubble. So thickness of the soap bubble is of the order of few micrometers or in the range of nanometers. So this is very well and good example of thin film. Another example one can consider here, the oil spreaded on the water surface. So whatever the layer is formed of that oil on the water surface, this is also the thin film. So why we are interested in studying the interference in thin film? Because when the light incident on such a thinner films, we are generally observing the different colors on that surface. So why this color get forms? Definitely one can answer this question after understanding the theory of this thin film. Now, here we are observing the ray diagram of light when it incident on the thin film. So this greenish shaded is our thin film. We have considered here thickness of the film is T, and also we have considered the refractive index of this thin film as a mu. Now what happens to such films when the light ray get incident on the surfaces? So for our convenience, we have assigned this side, that is the side from which the light get incident on the surface, as upper surface, and the opposite side we will treat as a lower surface. Now when we consider the ray of light is incident on the upper surface of the film at point A with an angle of incidence I, so part of the light intensity get reflected along this direction. We have treated this as ray number 1. Further, from the same point A, the remaining portion of the intensity of light get refracted into the film along AB, and further from point B it get reflect through the film along BC, and then it get transmit in this direction as a ray number 2. So here we are having ray number 1 and 2 which are derived from the single ray which we have considered at point A. That means both the rays now have the same wavelength and they are also coherent one. So definitely they can produce the interference pattern. Now when these two rays will produce the interference pattern, and what type of pattern will be there? What type of pattern means whether it is constructive or destructive. So to know these facts, it is necessary to know when the constructive or destructive interference will take place. It is necessary to calculate path difference between the two interfering rays 1 and 2. From this figure, one can easily write the geometrical path difference. So here we have written geometrical path difference between the ray number 1 and 2 as AB plus BC. That means AB plus BC, this is the path traveled by the ray number 2, minus path traveled by the ray number 1 as AD, that means this one. So this will be our geometrical path difference, that is AB plus BC minus AD. Note that why we have considered only AB plus BC and AD. So here red line indicate that we have drawn the normal line from ray number 2 to ray number 1. This indicates that beyond this line towards the observer side, both the rays will travel the same distance. There will no raise the question of having the path difference. But before that, ray number 2 has traveled the distance equal to AB plus BC inside the thin film. During this time, ray number 1 has traveled the distance equal to AD in air medium. So whatever the equation 1 we have written here, this is the equation of geometrical path difference. To write this geometrical path difference in optical path, definitely it is necessary to consider the refractive indices of the medium in which light is traveling. Now here AB and BC, these are the geometrical paths inside the film of refractive index mu, and AD is the path in the air medium, that is refractive index equal to 1. So based on this consideration, let us will write here the optical path difference between the ray number 1 and 2, that is generally it is represented with delta, equal to mu into AB plus BC. Mu is the refractive index of the thin film, minus 1 into AD. So 1 we have considered here as the refractive index of the air. Now using simple geometry, we can arrive at the mathematical formula delta equal to 2 mu t cos r. So here we have just calculated mathematically the values of AB, value of BC and value of AD, and just by substituting here and after simplification one can easily get this formula delta equal to 2 mu t cos r. Further, now if this is the path difference, is it only the path difference between ray number 1 and 2? No, answer is no, because we have considered only the trace of rays or path of rays. We have not considered here the phase or path change due to the reflection of light from different surfaces. So in previous standards you might have been studied the fact. What are these facts? When the ray of light get reflected from denser medium, then there is a phase change of 180 degree takes place, which is equivalent to path change of lambda by 2. Now in this case, incident ray get reflected at point A. A represent the surface of denser medium. So therefore ray number 1 have gone under the phase change of 180 degree, that is path change of lambda by 2. Further, ray number 2 also has the reflection at point B, but B represent the surface of rarer medium, that is lower air. So there is no phase change of any degree takes place. So therefore there is no path change. So overall one can consider here the path change of lambda by 2 has to be considered to write the true optical path difference. And therefore here we have considered the true optical path difference delta equal to 2 mu t cos r plus lambda by 2. Now once we get here the path difference, it is now very easy to write the conditions for constructive interference and destructive interference. So we know that the basic condition for the constructive interference is that if the path difference is equal to integral multiple of lambda, that is wavelength of incident light. So accordingly one can write here our path difference is delta, that is 2 mu t cos r plus lambda by 2, and when it is equal to integral multiple of lambda, here m is the integral 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. So 2 mu t cos r plus lambda by 2 equal to m lambda, this mathematical equation will give the condition for constructive interference. On the other hand, if the path difference, that is 2 mu t cos r plus lambda by 2 is equal to odd integral multiple of wavelength lambda by 2, then destructive interference will take place. So we have written here accordingly 2 mu t cos r plus lambda by 2 equal to 2m plus 1 lambda by 2. Again here m is the integral multiple. So in this way one can find now when the constructive interference is possible and when the destructive interference is possible. Thank you.